welcome back. Well, it was another very hot day across the viewing area. Temperatures, and we set another record, or tied the record, I should say. 97 degrees was our high. That was the same record we set back in 1954. Of course, our low 73, and we didn't reach our record low of 39, so back in 1899. Although that 39 to me is sounding a little bit better than this 97 for today. We're ready for a cool down. Unfortunately, not going to happen anytime soon. All right, we're looking at our low-level water vapor here, and what we're seeing, again, is plenty of dry air over us. But if we go up into the mid-levels of the atmosphere, we actually have some moisture rolling on in. That's why I had a few clouds this afternoon. And unfortunately, that's not going to help us as we're going into tomorrow. Radar, though, the past several hours, not showing anything. And even if we zoom on out and we look at the wider picture here, we're not seeing any showers. The closest shower is well off to our south, off the Gulf Coast, down to the south of Mobile. And so that is really about it. We're going to remain relatively clear tonight. It will be a little humid outside. Our lows will be in the mid to upper 60s. We have some upper 60s relatively far down to the south. And for your Saturday, just get ready because it's going to be hot overall. That's really all there is to say. There's nothing more about it because it's just going to be hot. Temperatures, once again, in the mid 90s, near record-breaking temperatures. Winds out of the south, 5 to 10 miles per hour under mostly sunny skies, and our heat index values and we'll be at or above that 100-degree mark once again. So I want to go back here and look at our water vapor imagery because I want to point out, one, you don't really see that high pressure sitting over us. Again, it's up in kind of the, well, we have one at the surface, which isn't really, and you can't really see it here on our low-level imagery. Now, if you go up about 40, 50,000 feet, we have another high pressure, and that's really what is kind of keeping the cap on any shower activity, and that is kind of moving on in from the west. And what's going to happen is, as we talked about, as we go into next week, we're going to start to see this trough dig in down to the west, and they're going to bring snow showers. Some places in Idaho are looking at nearly 4 feet of rain. And of course, when you have that digging of a trough, you can really get an amplified ridge to the east of it, and that's where that high pressure is going to sit. So that's moving on in from the from the west right now. And unfortunately, this is going to stay hot for the time being. Now, the good news is our drought monitor. Now, we're really not seeing anything. We're just dry right now, which is out of 5 steps. Basically, you're at step 1 right now. So we still have a ways to go before we actually get into a harsh drought or a moderate or extreme drought, which is good because we're not expecting any rain in the near future. Even going from the 2nd to the 6th, temperatures well above average. And as I've mentioned all this week, we're still trying to hold on to some cooler weather starting to move in later on, really next weekend. So a ways away, over a week out. Models right now are kind of still pushing it out a little bit, and it's not as strong. So unfortunately, we just don't have any relief in sight right now. It's just going to be hot. We're probably going to set another record or break another record as we go into next week. Temperatures over the weekend remaining in the mid 90s. And unfortunately, they're going to stay in the mid 90s on to next week as well. Just consistent right now. High pressure not really going anywhere. Temperatures could get it in the upper 90s as we go into next week, with overnight lows right near 70 degrees.